Good Wednesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Congratulations, you made it to the middle of the week. It's been an amazing couple of maybe 7 to 10 days. I'm thinking going back to Easter, and then we had a tornado around Sunbright, and then we had an earthquake around New York City, and then we had a total solar eclipse, and now we're anticipating some severe weather in the country. And maybe we're going to be on that outer edge. We'll have the potential for some damaging wind, especially tomorrow, which I'll talk about more in a moment. But first, let's take a look at the temperatures. Hey, another mild morning. We're about 56 degrees. We are 56 degrees in Knoxville. We've got some rain showers, which we'll look at here in the next slide or two. 55 in Rockwood, 55 in Morristown. Normal low this time of year is 46, so we're 10 degrees above normal. Another warm day on tap, although yesterday we only got to 62. So we started mild yesterday morning at 55, but we finished at 62. So we moved up, all of 7 degrees yesterday because of the rain. But I think most of the rain today will be concentrated in the morning hours. I did leave a 40% chance of that occurring today, most of it on the front of the day. A little bit of fog or low clouds, down to 1 mile visibility in Wartburg, 2 miles in Oak Ridge, and 10 miles visibility there in Middlesboro. So it does vary. But right to the ultimate Doppler radar we go. You can see that we've got a couple of showers right now right through the heart of the valley from Knoxville to Maryville. Madisonville dealing with some morning rain to wake you up this morning. Got down toward Etowah. We can zoom in some yellow areas stretching anywhere from Tellico Plains, Madisonville, Athens, and Nyota. We got some showers around Von Orr, Greenback, and Maryville, heading up to the north and east, right through Knoxville, South Knoxville, getting some wet weather this morning as most of it is clearing out west toward Cookeville and Crossville, where there might be some actual changes. Now, behind the curtain, so to speak, there is a high wind warning now for the Smokies. That'll start at 8 o'clock tonight. I'll talk more about that here in just a mere moment. But this is where we stand at the moment as far as the radar. And that kind of interesting, too, because, again, 1 hour loop would show most of it's moving to the north and east. By the way, Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair since 1953. You know they're doing something right when they've been doing it now for over 70 years. They've got 5 convenient locations to serve you if you're in need of an oil change. Maybe you need your tires rotated, or maybe you need a whole new set of tires. MadlockTireService.com. Basically, MadlockTireService.com to set up your appointment. They're in Maryville, they're in Lenoir City, Knoxville, Athens, as well as Hardin Valley. Very thankful for Madlock. They're a great sponsor, but they're also a great company. For over generations, multiple generations, they've been serving this community, so check them out. I think you're going to be impressed if you haven't been to Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair lately. Here's the loop. You can see how dry it is between Columbus, Nashville, and Chattanooga. Huntsville, there's some pockets of dry air moving in, so there will be less rain today, I think, as compared to what we picked up yesterday. If you're on the call, I want to say good morning to you. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. YouTube. Nobody's on here just yet, but give me a shout out. I will give you a little shout out back on here on the live stream. Marilyn Bell says, "Travel safe, everyone." She's saying, "Have a great day." And Fred says, "Good rainy morning, David." It is certainly a start. The rainy start is certainly in play. As I come back on camera, I want to give you some of my notes. Sun is up at 7:09 this morning. We hit 62 yesterday. Normal high is 69 yesterday. It's now 70. So a normal day, if you want to put things in quotation marks, what's normal? It's the average. We typically see a high around 70 this time of year. The record high is 89 from 1995. We've been that warm, practically 90 in 1995 on this date, and it was 25 degrees on this morning in 1985. So it just depends on the year. We have temperature extremes, but those are your record highs and lows for today. Still rainy going across much of northeast Tennessee, maybe a few widely scattered showers in middle Tennessee. I'm looking toward Clarksville, Nashville, and we have more rain that's trying to come up from the south, from just south of Huntsville, Alabama, and south of Florence. So we want some of that energy working its way here. Nothing as bad as our friends to the south and west. They've got a lot worse. Tornado concerns, flooding concerns, high wind concerns, and I do expect that we could easily see some really strong winds going into tomorrow. In the valley, they could easily gust 40 to 50, maybe even 55 miles per hour in the valley on hilltops tomorrow. I think that's a good possibility. We'll be keeping an eye on that, and that's why I think the Weather Service, more specifically the Storm Prediction Center, has us under an isolated risk or marginal one risk for severe storms tomorrow, and really tonight and tomorrow. But the radar shows more wet weather extending from Buffalo back toward Pennsylvania, and by far and away the most active weather along the 48, lower 48, is down toward Houston and into Louisiana. They're getting a lot more in the way of severe storms and some flooding concerns. All right, let me bring you up to speed. here at 6:45 as far as the winds. When you might have put your head on the pillow last night, it was a high wind watch, which means we were waiting and anticipating. But now they have, because we're a lot closer to the event, this will start at 8 o'clock tonight. So depending on where you are, if you live in the Smokies, you work in the Smokies, or drive through the Smokies, take note because trees could come down with gusts to 75 miles per hour. Wind sustained there could be easily 40 to 50, and they'll be coming from the south. So if you're going from east to west, you're going to be hit like perpendicular. So it's going to be a very two hands on the steering wheel, so today, type of night. But this runs right through 4 o'clock Thursday. No question about that. You're going to have some issues if you're driving in these areas for tonight and tomorrow. Something to think about. Wind speeds right now aren't that bad. In fact, might be over 20 in blue there in the Smokies, but we have a 5-mile-an-hour wind at the airport. We have some gusts of wind over 20, as you can see there with the wind gusts, and over 20, about 21 miles an hour there in Crossville in the heart of Cumberland County. Now, temperatures right now, if you're just joining us, we're at 57 in Wartburg. It's a warm start. We got 55 in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Seymour, 56, about 55 in Maryville, 55 in Madisonville, and 55 in White Pine, Jefferson City, Dandridge, and Talbot at this particular hour. So that's where temperatures are. Much milder, if you notice here, back to the west, we're in the low 60s over here. So the warmth is going to move over here. We're going to be in the mid-70s today. I know that's kind of, after being only in the low 60s yesterday, kind of caught in the cool pocket of the weather pattern. Today's winds will pick up 5 to 10, generally out of the south. So I expect we will get temperatures in the mid-70s, about 75 today for Knoxville. So I know a lot of shorts and short-sleeve shirts will probably be more common than the long sleeve. As far as the tracking of the clouds, you can see we'll have more of those. There will be some thin spots, and the brighter, or say the blue clouds illustrated here are the colder cloud tops. So the thicker clouds may not be as present as they were yesterday. Sunrise and sunset time here at 6:47. Look at this, sunrise at 7:09, and it will be going down now at 8:06. So our days are in fact longer, and as I mentioned, we do have temperatures that now average around 70 degrees. So let me get you up to speed for the bus stop, and I want to show you the today forecast and answer any questions that you may have as I see some new comments are coming in. Bus stop forecast got rain heavy. Rain is more prevalent in the morning, less rain for the second half of the day, but we'll leave a 40% chance during the daylight hours. Today it kind of sun's up at 7:09. Should be around 60 at 10. Maybe some thin spots in those clouds, and then think of a mostly cloudy finish with temperatures about 72 at 2. So if you're picking up the kids between 2 and 3:30, but generally low to mid 70s will be common. So I expect a 70-degree high in Crossville, 76 in Newport. Oh, that's nice. And 77 in Tellico Plains. Just good morning to you again. I can't believe it, but it is Wednesday. I did get more sleep than I had over the last, I guess, 48 hours because the total solar eclipse trip that I took up into Ohio with my parents was amazing. Hopefully you had a chance to see some of the pictures. And if not, just go to CaptainAccurate.com. I have all my pictures on my weather blog, my latest weather blog. By the way, Danny Feedback says, good morning, David. Hope you have a wonderful day. Go Vols. Speaking of which, I've got my Lady Vols tie. I don't know, are you excited about the new hire? You know, a lot's happened with the Lady Vols program in the last 7-10 days or so, right? Now we have Kim Caldwell. I got notes here. She's from Marshall, Marshall University, so she's had some success there. Let's see. Are you optimistic with the Lady Vols? I'd love to know what you think. Travel safe, says Maryland. Fred's on here saying good rainy morning. And Wanda Poe says still hoping for snow. Old man summer gets here. Yeah, there's the possibility that we could be dipping into the mid-30s later this month. I know that's kind of a shocker for some, but they're like, no way, I've got evidence. I got evidence. I can back it up. There's weather data, strong evidence that we could get back into the mid-30s in the morning. Not for highs, mind you, but for lows. But enjoy the mid-70s today. Today is going to be a slice of nice in terms of temperature. Not so nice if you have to dodge the raindrops getting to work or school. Here are the headlines here at 6:49. I'll be done in less than 10 minutes. Showers and warmer today, mid-70s. More rain and wind tonight, so showers and storms will increase. We go from a 40% chance of rain today to an 80% chance tonight, and those winds will pick up, I think, 10 to 25, especially closer to sunrise. And the wind-driven rain, showers and storms on Thursday, could be isolated, severe. We'll keep an eye on that, but even if it's not, we've got wind gusts potentially tomorrow between 40 and 50. And hilltops around 55. Smokies, 75, as we've already highlighted. There's a big difference between maybe Ober-Gatlinburg and, of course, Newfound Gap and Klingman's Dome. Just elevation can drive those winds even higher. But let me show you the future rainfall, right? We did pick up 0.48, just under a half inch yesterday. So if you add in a little bit what we've had so far today, you add in what we pick up this afternoon, many of us may have picked up maybe 0.15 of an inch of rain in Morristown, maybe closer to a quarter inch between Knoxville and Oak Ridge. Now this is cumulative. Let's go forward in time. Let's take you from tonight, 5 o'clock Wednesday, into sunrise tomorrow. We'll stop it at 7 a.m. Thursday. Now, cumulatively, we may have picked up just over an inch and a quarter in Athens, maybe 0.8 in Crossville, and a half inch or more in Knoxville. Again, this is all model driven, but as you can see, by 5 o'clock Thursday, many of us have exceeded an inch in some locations like Anderson County, Oak Ridge, Kingston, Rockwood, even Tellico Plains, maybe an inch and a third potentially, as this all comes up from the south and west. By 7 a.m. Friday, still closing in on an inch around downtown Knoxville and perhaps McGee-Tyson, but many of us will pick up quite a bit of rain over the next couple of days. Nothing flood-worthy, but certainly storms could do some damage to trees if those winds are that strong. The average last freeze and frost are on your screen. These are not my dates. These are the dates that come from the Weather Service because they keep awesome records. Median, middle, or average last freeze is the 1st of April. That's no April Fool's joke. We've passed that time frame. But if the median last frost is April 14th, I can give you evidence it's going to be well past April 14th this year. I think it's going to be a lot later, and I'll show you why. Look at all the warmth that just surges in here from the south. See all those red arrows? And there's certainly an inflection point right there. What time is that? That's 2:30 tomorrow. Temperatures are going to start to drop in the second half of the day tomorrow. It's going to get cooler. In fact, by Thursday night, we're down about 47. So we'll go from the 70s quickly back into the 40s as things get colder there in blue. That's about midnight Friday morning, and it carries right into Friday itself. Friday will be lucky to get above 64, so it is a lot cooler than obviously than mid-70s. Now you think, okay, once that cold spell leaves, it's got to be gone for good. You'd look at all this warmth to say, absolutely, looks warm by the 16th. 16th of April, the clock is on the upper, or the date is at the upper left. You can see all those warm colors from yellow and green really centered across the southeast. But then there's another surge that comes in of cold air. So, well, that's not that cold. That's just kind of like a light blue. Well, hold on. There's the 21st. Are you covering your potted plants by the 22nd? I don't know. Maybe you would be. Maybe this is representative right there of mid-30s. And that's the 23rd of April. So some of you will be like, no way. It's the 23rd of April. It's not even the 23rd of March. It's like 23rd of April. And we could be talking about potentially temperatures in the 30s, maybe more snowflakes for the mountains of West Virginia and maybe the Smokies. It's possible. I mean, that looks pretty cold to me. That's 9:15 projected on the modeling today for April 23rd. So I do talk about this at length with my premium members. They appreciate it. I do know because I do get great feedback from them because this cold pocket of air will come and flow. There will be a lot of back and forth. We've got mid-70s today, but I don't want you to think if you're a planter, you're a landscaper, you're a gardener, and you know this. You just know instinctively. There's always going to be that little possibility for another little winter of Tennessee, whether it be redbud, dogwood, whatever, dandelion winter, whatever's in bloom by late April, by the 26th of April. Some of you will be tired of the cold, I'm sure, by then. Right now, 56 degrees is our current temperature. Pressure's 30 inches of mercury, and we have 97% relative humidity, a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Here's the Valley Planner as I check your notes. Got some new comments. I'm expecting mid-70s today, with a 40% chance of rain once the sun comes up, clouds, showers, and a warmer day than yesterday as we reached about 75. Normal high is 70. Good morning to you again. It is now 6:54. I'll be done in about 6 minutes. One is this nice pictures of you and your mom and dad. Thank you very much. I nicknamed them Mom and Dad Accurate. Might as well. I have my wife. She's Mrs. Accurate, so that's what my premium members called her at the picnic, the Captain Accurate picnic last summer. Anyway, thanks for the picture. You're welcome. Becky says good morning. Becky, good morning to you. And Danny saying go Vols, very excited about the prospects of the Lady Vols doing with a whole new outlook with a head coach. Kind of curious to get your feedback. What do you think of Kim Caldwell, the new hire coming over from Marshall University, the home of the Thundering Herd? Anyway, precipitation chances go from 40 today, 80% tonight, tomorrow. And I do think we have the risk for some stronger storms. Maybe on that little dark green area, that's level 1, they'd be isolated. Even in the absence of storms, wind speeds could gust tomorrow 40 to 50 miles per hour, hilltops about 55. So take note, they don't use the red. They don't use this red very often. That's level 4, right? So we've got widespread severe storms happening today in these red areas in parts of Louisiana and southern Mississippi and Alabama. So you're talking Baton Rouge, just south of Jackson, Mississippi, and areas into southwestern Alabama. So where it is orange, that's the enhanced risk. That's numerous severe storms. That includes Mobile, Lake Charles, and so on. Back home in the state of Tennessee, everybody, and I think this is more indicative of tonight, because these maps do include tonight. It says today, but it's really today and tonight, into the wee hours of the morning. We could have our winds pick up tonight, and there may be an isolated severe storm potentially before sunrise from the lens or the perspective of the Storm Prediction Center. It stops short of Morristown. Now on Thursday, the hot spots will be in yellow, scattered severe storms in Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, St. Pete. Heading further north, there's some hot spots tomorrow for scattered severe storms from Pittsburgh to Columbus. If you're traveling to Lexington, Kentucky, they too will have a very active weather day, while we will be under level 1 for the balance of the day tomorrow. Thursday, a chance for some strong storms. Again, those winds may be just part of it. I believe they have I think it's a 2% chance for a tornado tomorrow. It's pretty small. It's not zero, but it's not the headline. The headline, I think, is just straight line winds that are gusting 40 to 50, gusting to 55 tomorrow. And with all that rain, it will be a soggier day tomorrow. Friday, things slow down a little bit. They still keep the risk for some thunder. I think it's just more rain as this will pinwheel out of the picture. Let me show you what that looks like. Notice where the warm front is this morning. It's kind of nearby. But once that energy lifts toward, say, Kentucky, some of that rain will disappear. So I think balance of the day, I mean, again, most of the rain, knock on wood, will come this morning, but there will still be a 40% chance of rain for the balance of the day. Then the rain gets a little more aggressive tonight. Notice there's some waves that come in, and while you sleep, you might get a downpour or feel like suddenly the winds have picked up. It's not your imagination. There's midday tomorrow. We've got a trough, we've got a front, all that's initiating showers and thunderstorms on the stronger side, and then it begins to cool us down in the afternoon, and once that front, the blue line, moves east, our temperatures will begin to drop, and then more showers kind of pinwheel in here for the Thursday night time frame into Friday. There'll be some opportunities for more wet weather. As you can see, I'd left a 30% chance of rain on Friday. Some of that may be overstated, but I think generally a beautiful day sets up on Saturday. So if you're looking for the payoff is sunshiny skies on Saturday at 71 degrees. We'll start off at 44. That's kind of cool, but at least Saturday is sun-filled and temperatures finishing around 71. Another look at the rain from a different model, different perspective, kind of like consulting a different opinion. Every model has a different set of equations that it's utilizing, and it's suggesting most of the rain is in the morning, because by the time you get into 2:45, maybe the time you pick up the kiddos from school, the clouds are breaking, and there's just a few pockets of drizzle. Most of it's already played its hand. We're in the mid-70s today. As we can see, the rain comes back in more aggressively tonight. That pretty much lines up with my thinking. Downpours in red. What time is that? That's 11 o'clock tonight. Pretty soggy. That may keep you up if you're a light sleeper, because that's 1 o'clock in the morning, and the rain is wind-driven. It's just driving in here with some showers and thunderstorms and wind. Then we move into tomorrow, 9 a.m. It seems like it's heavier on the east side of town as it moves up toward Jonesville and beyond. So keep in mind, another warm day tomorrow should push us to about 77 for high temperature on Thursday, with showers and storms again in the forecast. So let's take you to our forecast for today. It's now 6:58. I'm going to finish right on time. 75 today, clouds and hazy sun, showers and much warmer than it was yesterday, as the winds will maybe variable this morning and picking up out of the south, 5 to 10 this afternoon. As we've shown you, high temperature today, it'll follow it. Campbell County, about 75. Tellico Plains, Madisonville, Monroe County, 77. Pretty sweet for temperature-wise anyway. 76 for Newport, and Parrotsville and Cocke County. And if you're traveling, there could easily hit 80 in Columbia, South Carolina today, 82 in Augusta, about 70 for Memphis, with more showers and storms there that could be on the strong side. Now, notice I put an arrow here for tonight. I do expect our low temperature to occur right around midnight to about 61. So if you're up late and it's not 61 at midnight, you will wake up, it's probably back to 68. Don't be surprised, because that warm air will be coming up, and so the temperatures will begin to ascend. They're actually going to go up under that south-southeast wind, 10 to 25. So storms and wind showers, they all increase tonight. It's going to be an active, busy night, especially after 11 o'clock this evening. Now tonight we're down to 60 in Morristown, 59 in Kingston, and I'm expecting a low temperature tonight in Crossville at 57 degrees. Most of us are very warm compared to the average. The average low is about 46 this time of year. Outside of a 20% chance of rain next week, I do see a pretty nice stretch of weather coming in. We've got a very cool pullback on Friday. As we take a look at the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast, 64 for Friday, and down to 44, kind of like the bottom of the barrel in terms of temperature this week would be Saturday morning. But because the sun is shining from start to finish, we've got a much warmer outlook on Sunday, 81, 82. It's like not a heat wave, but we got a string of 3 days of the low 80s. Some would say that is awesome, something to look forward to, especially if you are on Team Spring and you've been waiting for some warmer air. So we've got warm days today. The one pullback would be on Friday once this system begins to depart. So again, very thankful for you. Want to thank you. It's now 7 o'clock, finished on time. Wanda says, congratulations, Marilyn, on the grandson. That's right. She sent some pictures, posted it. Marilyn's a new grandma. So congratulations to Marilyn. And if you're on YouTube, checked over here earlier. Ooh, I do see Han Solo Rider says mid-70s. I think Michael Norman is, in fact, the commissioner for Team Spring. He's been pulling for Team Spring probably since, since January, I think, maybe even December. But January for sure. Very happy that Michael has joined us on YouTube as well. Anyway, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. Take your umbrella. You'll need it especially this morning. We'll see you soon. Take care.